Hey guys, so welcome to today's video. Guys, in today's video, I just want to talk. I mean, I talk in all my videos, right? But I want to talk without having a bunch of fragrances. So today I just want to share some tips with you and things that I've learned along the way of ways to help you level up your fragrance application, like your fragrance game, like step your fragrance game up. You know what I mean? It's not just about buying the new fragrance and buying the new niche and buying the new release, and I just want to talk about fragrances in general. And this idea came to me because of you guys. Like, you guys in my comments, I absolutely love. I love your comments. I love when you guys ask me questions. I love when you guys suggest certain things. Also love when you guys give me your feedback on certain fragrances. So I just wanted to talk about 5 things that I do when I'm applying my fragrances to help my fragrances to last long on my skin, because I feel like that's been a big problem with you guys. Like, you guys are really concerned about either getting compliments, your fragrance lasting long, like wearing a sexy fragrance, and yada yada yada. So I just want to talk about all that here today. So if you're interested in some fragrance chat to level up your fragrance game, then just keep watching. Before we get started with the video, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure that red button turns gray. Turn your notification bell on. Leave me some thumbs up so I know you like my content. And finally, please continue to leave me comments. Like, these videos are birthed out of you guys' comments, and I absolutely love that. Like, I can never say that I'm gonna have creator burnout because you guys give me so many fresh ideas, and I absolutely love and appreciate you for that. So now let's get on with the video. Okay guys, so some of the things that I'm going to say, you guys are going to feel like it's just like, okay, why is she talking about this? This is common knowledge, it's common sense. But to be honest, what I realized, and I'm not trying to be funny, but common sense is really not that common. What may be common sense to you is not common to the next person. Like, you may think that applying your fragrances on clean skin is just like a no-brainer. But then there's someone else that's like, oh, well, I, showered last night, and I went out for the day and I got a little bit sweaty. 5 o'clock in the evening, I'm coming home spraying my fragrance, and it's not working right. It's not performing right on me, because that person did not know that you should apply your fragrances to clean skin. Okay, freshly clean skin. It does not matter if you showered the night before. For me, I shower at night and I also shower in the day. That morning shower, it wakes me up. The only time I can say that I probably don't shower in the morning is if it's like a snowstorm, dead of winter, and I'm about to go right outside. Then if I shower at night, then I'm not showering in the morning, because I'm just gonna throw my clothes on. I'm just running outside. Like, I'm old school. Like, I come from the school of, if it's really cold outside, you don't go outside after a shower because you can catch pneumonia. That's what I grew up learning from my mother. So that's the only time. But for the most part, I'm showering at night and showering in the morning as well. So you apply your fragrance onto clean skin. Now, I use a Dove, like, just body wash. Like, I straight up Dove body wash, just real regular degular. And then I use my scented body washes or body cream, body oils, shower moisturizing shower gels on top of that. Like, after I've rinsed off with my regular Dove, I'm rinsing off my body completely, and then I'm using a scented body wash on top of that. Now, I don't exfoliate all the time. I mean, I guess you should every day, but I don't exfoliate every day. But if you can, make sure you at least exfoliate once a week. Like, get that dead skin off of you. It builds up. All of those are reasons why sometimes your fragrance is not adhering to your skin. Because there's some fragrances that we talk about here on this channel, and you guys will hit me like, oh, oud bouquet doesn't last on me. I can't smell it, or it doesn't last on my skin. I'm like, well, what the hell kind of skin you got? Because oud bouquet is a beast, okay? She is a monster. How is that fragrance not lasting on you? So, whatever. So I just feel like I need to let you know that fragrances go onto clean skin, exfoliated skin. Now, after you've cleaned your skin, now you have to be moisturized. You need the moisture, okay? And you tap dry, like you towel dry yourself. You just pat yourself down, and then you immediately put a moisturizing cream on. Now, for me, I'm using Eucerin. Like, it doesn't, like, I have how many? I don't know how many, but too many to even count. Too many. I'm just embarrassed to even say how many scented body creams I have at this point because it's kind of an addiction, okay? But even though I have all of those creams, this is my ride or die right here. Ride or die, okay? my Eucerin, it like she lives with me. Like I have backups of this. I always have to have my Eucerin because this is what's going to actually make me moisturized. I live up here in the East Coast, and for some reason the winter just don't like me. Winter don't like your girl, okay? In the winter or when it starts to get cold, my skin gets so dry. So I need that extra added moisture. And my Eucerin cream, I also have, it's in the bathroom. I didn't pull it out for the video, but I also have the Eucerin body cream. Like it's like a really thick body lotion. I only use that in the dead of winter, like when it's super duper cold and my skin is getting extra dry. But for the most part, for the spring, summer, and fall, you know, or like a normal cold winter day, then the Eucerin just works, you know, just fine. So you put your lotion on like all over your body. Like you literally moisturize your back, your neck, your shoulders, your chest, like everything, not just your arms and your legs. Like get everything. Get your stomach, your butt, your fupa. You lotion everything, okay? And then you can go in with a scented body cream. Whatever fragrance you feel like you're going to wear for the day, whatever fragrance you're going to pair for the day, you put that scented body cream on top of, if you don't like Eucerin, whatever Aquaphor or Nivea, Jergens, like whatever lotion that moisturizes you, that you feel confident in, like actually locking in moisture to your skin. And if you don't have dry skin and you could just rock out with the scented creams, then girl, listen, more power to you, and I'm jealous, okay? Because those creams don't really, like, they'll moisturize me for, you know, for a little while, but I need that real good moisture. Actually, let me tell you something. The only cream that I have, like one of the only creams that I have that I can actually use without any like Eucerin or anything like that is my Frederic Malle shea butter. It's a shea butter by Frederic Malle. It's my Portrait of a Lady shea butter. Guys, when I tell you rich and thick and moisturizing, that is so moisturizing. So that I don't have to use my, you know, my Eucerin with. But any other cream, although they may be moisturizing, for me, I need that a little bit extra moisture. So you need to moisturize your skin before you put your fragrances on. Now, what I like to do is spray my clothes. I spray my clothes before I put them on. I have a rack. If you don't have a rack, just put your clothes on a hanger, hang it over the door, do whatever you need to do, and spray the clothes before they're even on your skin. And let that fragrance really seep into the clothes and marinate into that fabric, and just be one with the fabric. Be one with the fabric, and that fragrance is going to project and leave a scent trail, because everybody's not always going to smell your skin. You know what I mean? In the spring and summer, it's actually good because, you know, you have more skin out, and, you know, you can, you know, spray like your legs and your ankles and your knees and things like that. But when you're like, if you're wearing pants, you know, like you're not going to really smell your skin. Like your skin is out here, but that's not enough to really give you that projection that we need. So you need to spray your clothes. And like I said, spray your clothes before they're on you. Like I'm gonna get to something later on, because I do spray my clothes after it's on me as well, but I like to spray my clothes before I get dressed, and like let that fragrance kind of like let it get wet, and then it'll like dry into your clothes, and you know, you'll be good to go. But just be careful of the fragrances that you spray on your clothes. Any fragrance that has a high oil concentration, like a lot of the extracts, you got to be careful with those fragrances. If you're wearing a brighter color, then I wouldn't suggest putting them on your clothes, because it can leave oil stains on your clothes, okay? And some fragrances have higher oil concentrations, and they got the nerve to have a little bit of color in them as well. So those are the ones you really gotta watch out for. So, you know, when it comes to the extracts, just be a little bit careful. My 540 extract, I can spray that on my clothes. Like that, even though that's an extract and it has a higher oil concentration than alcohol, it still doesn't do anything to my clothing. So, I mean, I'm not spraying it on like a silk, like a white silk blouse. Like, I mean, don't spray fragrances on silk, like light colored silk or even dark colored silk, because certain fabrics, you're going to see like the marks, like you're going to see the oil marks and the wet marks, and that's not cute. So if you're wearing jeans, if you're wearing a t-shirt, if you're wearing cotton and linen, a lot of the synthetic fabric, you're good to go with spraying the fragrance on your clothes. Okay, so what I'm going to talk about now, I need to demonstrate it to you. Now, let me just put this disclaimer out there. You can do whatever you want to do. It's no secret. Like, we're all individuals. We can do whatever makes us happy. I'm just giving you my advice and my suggestion. I would suggest that if you want to keep the integrity of your fragrance, that you don't spray your wrist and rub them together, okay? If you want to continue doing that, then do you. But I'm just letting you know that don't go in my comments and say, oh, this fragrance didn't smell like that on me and da-da-da, when that's what you're doing. Because you're changing the integrity of the scent. It's now mixing in with your personal body oils. You're breaking down the top notes, and it's just not good, okay? So this is a no-no right here. Like I said, if you want to do it, then do you, boo. But I'm just giving you my suggestion. This is not the proper way to apply your fragrance. Don't do this and then do that. Don't, just don't, okay? Just don't. Do not do that, because you're ruining the integrity of the fragrance. It's not gonna last on you. You done jacked up the top notes. It's smelling differently now. It's like mingling. It's just wrong. Don't do it. Now what you can do this. You can do a spray and a tap. So you spray and then you can tap. Just give it a little dab. Look at my dab. Hey, look at my dab. You can do a little dab, but don't rub it. Don't rub it together. That's just not. It looks chic. It looks very chic. You know what I mean? It's like, oh darling, like I just applied my fragrance, and you know, you're just like, yeah, but that's not. Just don't ever. For me, like I'm doing the one here, and I'm gonna switch hands, and I'm gonna do this here. You know what I mean? And then I'm gonna do my neck. Now, see, so when it comes to your neck, I spray in my clavicle. Like I don't actually spray here on my neck. I spray inside my clavicle here. So it's that, and then you get the back of your neck. You definitely have to spray the back of your neck. Now you do the back of your ears also. You do here. If your legs are out, you do your knees. It all depends on how you spray your fragrances. So like honestly, and there's some fragrances that call for different type of sprays. If you're wearing a heavy beast mode fragrance, one here, here, and then one in the, you know, chest for good measure. That's, you know, that's good for like a lot of those heavy, high performing beast mode fragrances. But a fragrance, like let's say, like this is Poison Girl, this is the EDT. First of all, I wear this in the house. That's why I'm just like liberally spraying. Like I chose this fragrance purposely because this is my house fragrance. And I mean, this was like $50. I don't remember how much I paid for this, but once this is out, like I'm just gonna get another one. Like this is a comforting scent for me. Like it's definitely one of those fragrances that I wear when I'm just showered and I'm home. I just want to feel comforted and like lay under my blankie and feel like nothing is going on in the world. That's what this fragrance does for me. It comforts me. If you're wearing something like Lost Cherry, that is not a fragrance that you just do one of these and tap and go. This is not like, you don't do this with Lost Cherry and now you think you have your fragrance on you. No, you gotta go ham when you're wearing Lost Cherry. You gotta go here with it, here with it, here with it, here with it, here. Spray your chest. Like that's Lost Cherry. And then now if you do that and you spray your clothes and it's not lasting on you, then now we could talk. But don't talk to me if this is what you're doing and saying Lost Cherry don't last on you. You got to give her a little bit more than that, okay? And don't do this with anything, like I said. That's not, you don't do that with anything. You could do the spray and the dab. Yeah, so definitely don't do that when you're applying your fragrances, guys, because you're messing up the top notes. Another thing that you guys need to do, travel sprays, decants, and purse sprays. Period. No question, no comma, okay? Just period. It does not matter if the fragrance is long lasting. If you're going to be out for like 10 hours, 8 hours, 13 hours, 14 hours all day, your fragrance is not going to stay on you that long. If it does, it'll be a skin scent after a few hours, and then you're going to be mad that at the 7th hour or the 6th hour, you can't smell you and nobody else can smell you either. You can't do that. You need to travel with travel sprays, decants, purse sprays. So I have two to show you here. So this is Narciso Rodriguez for her. This actually came in a gift set, so that was amazing because I actually got this one. You know, I paid just for the fragrance. I got the lotion and I got the purse spray. So if your fragrance comes in a gift set with these, and not the rollerball, this is a spray. We don't like rollerballs over here. For me, it's just not sanitary to, you know, put something on your neck and then now it's like mixing in with your juices, with your natural oils, and then you put it down and it's like simmering and marinating in a fragrance. and then you decide to wear that fragrance, you know, a week from now, and then you know, do this again, and that's more of your juice. I don't care if you're showered or exfoliated, it does not matter. Your natural oils and juices are going into that fragrance and just rolling around in it, marinating and mixing. I just feel like it's just not sanitary, and just thinking about it gives me the heebie-jeebies. Like, no. So always look out for the sprays. Try to avoid rollerballs if you can. I know that Sephora has their little like travel spray section with the rollerballs and the sprays, and I'm just like, why with the rollerballs? Like, some fragrances only come with the rollerball, and I just can't. Like, I just can't. I'd rather just decant my fragrance. And speaking of decant, we have one right here to show you. So this is Trésor La Nuit that I decanted into this. No, I don't sell decants. This is for my purse. When I leave the house for the day, whatever fragrance I'm wearing, if I'm gonna have one of those days when I'm gonna be out, I'm gonna see people, I may be doing one thing here, then I'm running here, and then running there, like, you know, just a hectic day, you know, I need to have a decant with me so that I can refresh my scent throughout the day, period. It doesn't matter if it's a long-lasting, powerful beast. You always need to refresh your fragrance. Top your stuff off, you know, spray a little bit. You know, I don't go ham like when I have the decants. I have a couple of times. I did go ham. I'm not gonna lie, I did go ham. But for the most part, I just do a little simple thing. Like, you know, I don't want to mix up the fragrances, but I'll just do a little spray here, a little spray here. I definitely like to spray here and here so that I can, you know, I love smelling my fragrances. Like, I absolutely love smelling them. And you never know. Sometimes you go into those like buildings that's kind of funky, or you may be in a post office or wherever you are, and it's just like not a really good scent, and you may need to just do a, you know what I mean? Like, so I always like to keep myself armed with my fragrance right here. Like, this is my armor. Like, this is my protection right here. Like, you come to me and you don't really smell good, or the building don't smell good. Yeah, I'm here with it, because like, that's just, like I said, it's my armor. So the next and last thing that we're going to talk about is quality over quantity. Now, when I first started purchasing fragrances, guys, I was just buying stuff for bottles. I mean, I do still buy things for pretty, I love bottles, okay? I love the beautiful bottles. But instead of just buying everything that comes out, like, oh, this fragrance is being released, I'm gonna go get it. You know, this is a pretty bottle, or I just wanna add to my collection, I'm gonna get this. And then you get it, and then, you know, you like it in the store because it's like that thrill. Like, we're fragrance junkies, so we get that thrill, we get the butterflies in our stomach, and we're like, oh, we need this fragrance. And then we come home and then we're like, I didn't really need it. It wasn't that deep. You know what I mean? So now it's just all about quality over quantity for me. Now, I'm not saying that I don't mind having a bunch of fragrances. Like, I can have hundreds of fragrances. It's all good. I'm sitting here on this platform talking to you guys about fragrances, so I don't have any qualms about having a bunch of fragrances. And even if I wasn't sitting here talking to you about fragrances, I love fragrances. They make me happy. I love smelling good. I love having them. I just love fragrances. It is what it is. But at the same time, I just want every single one of my fragrances to be fragrances that I just absolutely love. Like, when I get dressed in the morning, or when I'm picking out my outfit at night and, you know, choosing what fragrance I'm going to wear for that day, for, you know, for the next day, I want to have a hard time. I want to struggle. You know what I mean? Because I want to just have this vast collection of all the fragrances that I absolutely love and I cannot choose. I know that sounds so crazy, but it is what it is. Like, I want to be baffled when it comes to picking out my fragrances, because every one of them needs to be fire like that. I need to have a hard time choosing my fragrance. That's how, you know, I feel comfortable that way. If I have a bunch of fragrances and I'm always reaching for the same one or two, that's a problem. Because that means all the other fragrances in my collection, I'm not reaching for them. I don't want to wear them. I don't struggle with wearing them. If I have 10 and I'm always reaching for 2, then that 8 needs to be evaluated. You know, it needs to be evaluated, because, like, why am I not reaching for you? Why am I continuing to go to these 2? You know what I mean? So I want to be able to have all these fragrances that I absolutely love. I have no clue of what I want to wear because I want to wear all of them. You know what I mean? Like, that's the collection that I'm working on and building. Like, even with the Fenty fragrance, guys, to be honest with you, I'm not into celebrity fragrances. So as soon as I saw Fenty, I was like, okay, celebrity fragrance, you know, I've been there, done that. Like, I was a Beyonce heat girl, okay? Like, you can tell me I wasn't flying my Beyonce heat. I was a J-Lo fragrance lover. I was a Nicki Minaj fragrance lover. I was collecting those bottles because those Nicki Minaj bottles are so like ornate and beautiful. Like, I just love them. But I feel like I've been there, and I feel like I've been there and done that. So I'm not buying any more celebrity fragrances. Like, you will never ever hear me talk about Ariana Grande nothing on this channel. I don't even know what those fragrances smell like. I don't know what a Jessica Simpson smells like. I don't know what any of those fragrances smell like because I'm not interested in them. Like I said, I want a collection of bangers and heat and fire, okay? And even if it's not fire to you, as long as it's fire to me, that's all that matters. So when I saw the Fenty fragrance, I was like, celebrity perfume, keep it moving. But so many people were just talking about it, and I don't know why people thought that it was gonna smell like Love Don't Be Shy. That wasn't that girl fragrance. That was Killian's fragrance. And I was so confused. Like, why? I mean, okay, she wore Love Don't Be Shy. So now all her fragrances are going to smell like Love Don't Be Shy? I don't think so. Like, that wouldn't even be a smart... I don't know. It's probably just me. I didn't think she was going to give us Love Don't Be Shy. I didn't think she was going to give us anything similar to Love Don't Be Shy. We don't even know if she was wearing Love Don't Be Shy. It's rumored, and she probably wore it a couple of times along with a whole bunch of other fragrances that she probably had, designer and niche, in her collection. But for some reason, everybody thought that she was going to give us Love Don't Be Shy, like a Love Don't Be Shy dupe. I don't know. But I was not interested in the fragrance. And then I saw the bottle, and that made me even more disinterested because I'm like, okay, like, it's just a brown bottle. Like, there's no frills, no gold hardware, no plaque, no nothing. It looked like it wasn't finished. It looked like they needed to finish making the bottle. The presentation wasn't done. The box, in my opinion, was nicer than the bottle. Like, you know, I'm just saying. So yeah, don't run out and have to get every new fragrance that comes out. For me, like, fragrances that people are talking about this year that's like so dope, I'm probably not going to get on them until next year. That's how it was with my Nishane Ani, or just Nishane period, and a lot of other fragrances that I have, because I just don't feel the need to just run out for the hype, because sometimes that hype is what makes a fragrance smells good to you, and then you get it and you live with it, and it's like, oh, I don't really like this, it's really not my vibe, and then now you're doing a whole bunch of declutters, and I'd rather not, okay? So that's just my little frag talk, guys. If you enjoyed this video, leave me a thumbs up and let me know if you want to have more frag talk. If you guys have questions or any other fragrance topics that you want to talk about and we can have a discussion about it, leave it in the comments below and we can make that happen. So we'll talk about it in the comments below like we always do, girl. So remember, guys, to stay safe, be great, stay great, and always strive for greatness. AI the Great, signing out, but I'll see you in my next video. Peace.